The Middle East, a region synonymous with unrest. From street protests to armed conflicts, it's a constant focus of global attention. From the ashes of empires to the rise of new powers, conflict has been a constant companion. The remnants of ancient civilizations stand as silent witnesses to a turbulent past. We've seen it in the deserts of Iraq, the mountains of Afghanistan, the wastelands of Syria. These lands have become battlegrounds for endless wars, where every stone, every grain of sand bears the imprint of conflict. A vicious cycle of violence, intervention, and instability, leaving behind shattered nations and a deep sense of unease. Crumbling buildings, overcrowded refugee camps, and faces etched with despair are all too familiar. The United States, often alongside its Western allies, has played a pivotal role in shaping the destiny of the region. From diplomatic engagements to military presence, their impact has been profound. Interventions driven by a complex mix of strategic interests, ideological convictions, and humanitarian concerns have yielded mixed results. Political discussions, humanitarian aid efforts, and military strategies all contribute to the intricate tapestry. While some argue for the necessity of intervention to combat terrorism and promote democracy, others hold a different view. They argue that these interventions haven't always delivered the intended outcomes, while others point to the unintended consequences, the chaos unleashed, and the human cost. The shattered infrastructure, the broken families, and the immeasurable pain serve as stark reminders. And now, after Syria, Iran could be the next casualty. Rising tensions and political confrontations are fueling concerns that Iran might become the new focal point of intervention and conflict. Iraq, a nation scarred by the 2003 invasion. The invasion left deep wounds on both its people and its landscape. The toppling of Saddam Hussein's regime, marketed as a swift operation to liberate the Iraqi people, carried promises of freedom and democracy. Instead, it plunged the country into chaos, with explosions and violence becoming a part of daily life. A power vacuum fueled sectarian violence, allowing extremist groups to thrive and leaving an indelible mark on the Iraqi psyche. These conflicts tore apart families and communities, displacing millions. Afghanistan, a country ravaged by decades of war, has become an emblem of protracted military intervention and unintended consequences. The US-led intervention in 2001 aimed to dismantle al-Qaeda and bring stability. These initial goals were greeted with hopes for a brighter future. However, after 20 years of conflict, the Taliban's return to power has left many questioning the purpose and legacy of the intervention. Initial hopes have given way to disillusionment and anxieties about the country's future. Libya, a nation fractured by the 2011 NATO intervention, experienced dramatic upheaval. Promises of democracy and freedom were quickly replaced by chaos and violence. The fall of Muammar Gaddafi, hailed as a victory for democracy, brought only fleeting joy to the Libyan people. Instead, it ushered in an era of lawlessness and civil war, with armed militias vying for control. Armed militias grappled for power, creating an environment rife with violence and instability. A humanitarian crisis unfolded, with thousands displaced from their homes, seeking refuge and safety. It stands as a stark reminder of the complexities of regime change and the unforeseen consequences that can follow. Syria, a nation devastated by a brutal civil war, has become a textbook example of military intervention and its ramifications. The United States and its allies, seeking to oust Bashar al-Assad, provided support to rebel groups, hoping to bring about positive change. However, the conflict escalated into a complex proxy war, drawing in regional and global powers, making the situation increasingly intractable, and creating a humanitarian catastrophe, with millions displaced from their homes and living in dire conditions. These images serve as a painful reminder of the consequences of military intervention and the complexities of peace-building. The shadow of these interventions looms large, casting a long shadow over the entire region. The unintended consequences, the instability, the human cost, all serve as stark warnings. A sense of unease pervades the region, a fear that history might repeat itself. Iran, a nation with a long and complex history, finds itself increasingly in the crosshairs. From bustling cities to ancient historical sites, the country holds a rich and diverse cultural heritage. Long a target of US sanctions and pressure, Iran's nuclear program has been a source of constant tension. Iran's pursuit of nuclear technology has raised concerns within the international community, leading to stringent sanctions. The Trump administration's withdrawal from the Iran nuclear deal and the reinstatement of sanctions further escalated tensions. This decision not only impacted bilateral relations but also drew strong reactions from other nations, adding another layer of complexity to the regional dynamics. Iran, with its regional ambitions and support for groups like Hezbollah, is often portrayed as a destabilizing force. Iran's involvement in regional conflicts and its backing of armed groups have contributed to heightened tensions and instability. The United States and its allies view Iran's actions with suspicion, accusing it of sponsoring terrorism and seeking regional hegemony. Meetings and discussions continue, aiming to find a resolution to this tense situation. The pressure on Iran is mounting. The Iranian economy is enduring severe hardship with the devaluation of the rial and public protests against the dire economic situation. Economic sanctions bite deep, social unrest simmers, and the specter of military action looms. The current situation presents numerous challenges for Iran as it navigates pressures both internal and external. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more.